The first day, we visited a cemetery overlooking Golden Gate Bridge, and Janelle's tombstone is there, along with the tombstone of my parents, which of course have been there for a much longer period of time. Okay. Advertising was quite interesting. Taipei, this is Taipei main station's underground business. And they advertised a combination of four dishes. Three are side dishes to the main dish. I thought it was very inexpensive price. The conversion here is if you order both of these, as seen in the picture, you have roughly $13
Wow.
in the conversion price. And 3-4 people can easily feed off that.
Wow, yeah.
So you're talking about each person only about $3.50
For good food.
for a meal like that.
Mm-hmm.
It might look a little bit better than that on picture, but it's very good food, and it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
What we call it is a small eat
Oh,
in the restaurant business. In other words, it's like a stop in for a light lunch.
nice. And that was in the transportation station?
Yeah, it's right underneath the Taipei main station. Taipei main station is huge, you know.
Wow.
They have a high-speed rail, they have a regular rail, and also the subway system connected everywhere.
And that's all underground?
It's all underground.
Wow.
So you just have to know, Taipei Station have 4 or 5 different layers of rails moving in different directions.
Wow.
On the second day, we visited Zhongshan and Zhongzheng Memorial. Zhongshan is in the name Sun Yat-sen.
Is that like a palace or is that a museum?
Well, this is a museum that contains all of China's antiquity that has been passed down from generation to generation in the emperor's
Wow.
palace. And some of the items in there could date this 2,000 years.
Wow.
And more recently, we're still talking about 500 years old article.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the best of Chinese art, writing, and anything that connected to Chinese culture that has been passed on down
Wow.
through the generations. it was collected from Nanjing in Beijing when these emperor's palace were under Kuomintang control.
Mm-hmm.
And Kuomintang retreated to Taiwan. Therefore, all these most valuable antiquities were brought to Taiwan because Kuomintang was in charge at the time they decided to move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving down. And this is a picture of a memorial of Chiang Kai-shek.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting to note here, Sun Yat-sen is the father of the Republic. He's the one that toppled Manchu dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was changed to show he was in the center of the Republic. He called himself Sun Zong San, meaning Center Mountain.
So he toppled the dynasty and made himself like emperor?
It's not the emperor, but he staged himself with a name that suggests he is in the center.
And did the leadership then pass dynastically, or was there elections at that point?
There is no election. China has not been known for election. Election is a device. If you are not happy with the government, then you call it election, but the Chinese culture has never been like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a centralized authoritarian control. And there's 3 people in here are my brother, my sister, and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Taken in front of a Chiang Kai-shek's hall. Chiang Kai-shek's name is also worth mentioning here. Sun Zong San is in the name he gave to the president of a republic. And because he died of stomach cancer at a very young age, in his 30s.
Wow.
And so now Chiang Kai-shek is in the position to succeed. And he also named himself very prominently in Chinese history. His name is not Chiang Kai-shek, as Westerners know him to be. His name is Jiang Zhongzhen, meaning he is in the central to inherit the mandate from Sun Zong-san.
Mm.
On this name, you can only read it in Chinese because after translations, you lose all that meaning of it. This is Sun Zong-san, the statue in the open courtyard. My sister was posing in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Zong San Hua Yuan, meaning 中山, that is Sungye San. Hua is cultural writing. This is a palace for honoring his name.
And so was this the entrance to that place of antiquities?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Again, here you see 中山 国家花园. It means national 中山 calligraphy display. This is the founding document of the Republic of China. Because if you want to see how formal language is done here, which was very impressive.
Was this like an engraving, or is this painted?
It's engraving. It's a wall of a big stone.
Wow.
Now we're looking at this. This is a poem written by Sun Zhongshan when his wife passed away, Sun Qingning. And it describes their life have been more work than play, but their commitment to each other in their life and in their death. So it's a very succinct, but it's very emotional statement Sun Zhongshan made at his wife's death.
And there's this statue, Sun Yun-san?
Yeah.
Nice.
This poem is written by Sun Wen, which basically is a creed for military academy, which is the main organization that supports the revolution. Huanpu Junxia. And it's like a school song, but it's a more commitment to revolutions. And my dad went to Huanpu Junxia, so it was a period of a time when he was a young man, and because Sun Zhongshan was maybe 20 years older. It's very, very moving statement. A republic is built on three people. meaning for the people and of the people. This is a house that existed when the mark was there in Taipei. And right next to it, I think it was the original building of when the church was.
The church that you joined?
No, I didn't see it as a building, but it was Mark who recognized the building already exists before that Taipei temple and the mission home was built in this vicinity. This is Yitung Jie, where I grew up, but because we were in a one-story building, now today it's 12 to 15 story high.
Wow.
On these. So the house is no longer there, but that's the geographic location where I lived back in the olden days.
That's cool.
We visited Taipei Institute of Technology. We took a picture in front of the building. Now is the home of civil engineering school.
I didn't know that you and Mark both were civil engineers.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mark and I both will graduate from there. And this is a new building. You know, when I visited the school this time, I couldn't recognize any of the old building I used to know.
Right.
So the school basically have been expanded. Maybe it was when I was in there, civil engineering department consists of 200 people, 200 students. Now is 2,000 students.
Wow.
So it's a tenfold increase in the size of the school.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking in vicinity of the school. The school, another. This is a technology department of the same university, which is also a new building.